Hola, gringas y gringos. Welcome to
Gringos R Us, expats with a plan.
This week we want to talk about, what we're doing to wrap things up to make that final push to Mexico. This is probably
The next to last video that we're going to be doing here from the States. So what we're going to basically do is we're closing one chapter and going on to chapter 2 right after this.
Well, welcome back. I'm sitting here eating my kettle corn. Kind of wondering if kettle corn is a Mexico thing. I'm thinking it's not.
I don't know.
I really do like kettle corn.
But what we want to talk about is we have gone now for almost 8 months. And you guys, first of all, after we posted the video about getting our visas.
Oh man. I mean, honestly, it was like, oh my gosh, heart. I mean,
we're sitting here and all of a sudden the whole channel page is blowing up with the congratulations and Sean and his F blank blank blank. Yeah, but it was.
If it had been a party, it would have been one of those all-nighter.
Oh Lord!
It would have been an all-nighter party.
It would have been a Mexican party.
You know.
It would have been a full-blown Mexican fiesta.
Yeah.
So. You guys were great, and we appreciate that. And it really, when G and I got done with it, we sort of sat there, and after that, we went, you know what? This really was a group accomplishment. We feel like it was not only that we accomplished it, all of you guys are right there with us, going right along with it. And y'all had as much joy in the fact that it occurred as we did, and that's awesome.
There are those of you in country that helped us with all kinds of little details. There are those of you who are on the same path we are on, and we helped each other out. And then there are those of you who want to do this, and you're watching and you're following and you're supporting us in every way you can as well. You just don't know how much it means to us to have that support. And we don't even mean financial.
No.
We mean emotional support.
And God knows we've shown you how hard it can be, because nothing went quite right.
Ever.
But, one of the things we have to remember about this is we are dealing with government agencies, and that proved to be the case in dealing in South Dakota, and again in dealing with the consulate. So,
but it wasn't the consulate that was giving us a hard time.
I'm not saying it was the consulate. I'm just saying that there are things that they require, and so hopefully, if our doing this can help you, minimize the amount of stress, then it's all worth it. So, if it's all worth it anyway, because we're going to Mexico.
Is.
But,
so
if we can make it easier. So what's going on now is we are about to point the car south.
We got a few things we got to wrap up. Mark noticed a check engine light coming on a car that just had an engine totally replaced. Imagine that.
Of course, again, this could be something as simple as a gas cap that was slightly not closed all the way and got a little air. It could be one of a number of things. But before we drive in the Mexican high desert, we want to know that
So we have that.
Good. So I'm going to take that in the morning. But
we're working on the Mexican car insurance.
That's pretty simple for us to take care of. The one thing that is holding us up after doing some online research was that we can get the tip online, but you have to do it anywhere from 60 days to a minimum of 10 days online, because what they do is they actually mail it to you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's how they do it.
Well, I'm thinking that we just do it at the border then.
Well,
I
we
know.
may not have a choice because one of the things that is required is you have to submit a copy of the title.
Which we don't have yet.
Which, remember in the DMV South Dakota video when we said, they said 6 to 7 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? It's been 4 and we still don't have it. So we got 3 left when we're filming this, and we still don't have it.
Right.
So it may not be that we even have the option of doing it online because they may be forcing us to have to do it at the border.
And honestly, we're cutting it close to even then at the border. I mean, we kind of have a plan on what days we're going to actually be leaving. We've been in contact with some people about us when we're arriving so we can meet up with some people. We'll talk about that in a moment. And we, we have this plan. But if that registration isn't here, it's going to delay us every day we have to wait.
Yep.
So, and we don't know when that's going to happen. So when it hits,
Nope.
So when it hits Dakota Post, which if you see this video here, I'm talking about the difference between traveling mailbox and Dakota Post. We have not really had an opportunity yet to see how fast Dakota Post can get something forwarded to us. But I guarantee it's going to be overnight delivery.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So we can get it. So it's going to be a little bit of money to get it, but we got to do that.
Time is money now.
Yeah.
It really is going to be a quick, drop that in overnight saver envelope and send it to us.
Yep. So we got that going on.
So here's the plan as to what's going to happen going from, we're closing the book. When we started this channel, the one thing we wanted to do when we first sat down and did an interview with the two of us with Sir Dragon X on Retired Life in Mexico, No Bull.
No Bull, Mr. No Bull.
We, we came away, well, you know what? Maybe we can do this little YouTube channel.
This little channel, and just say, hey, this is how you get started.
Yeah, this is how it happens on this side of the border.
Yeah.
And so, and as usual, Ernie was just as gracious and supportive as he possibly could be. And he said, absolutely, go for it, because there's a whole of how people are doing it on that side of the border.
Yeah.
But we're about to close
that side of
the border because, in 4 weeks from now, we will be on the other side of the border.
Yep.
We will be in Querétaro 4 weeks from now going,
hey, we're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Yes. So, as we bring this front end of this to a close, we sort of were like, well, now, chapter 2.
And what can you expect in chapter 2?
Well, there's going to be a little bit of a prelogue to chapter 2.
Yeah.
And the prelogue is going to be how to drive from the United States to Querétaro. Because I know that is something that is a little bit unnerving for a lot of us because it's unknown. We've been to Mexico numerous times, many times. We've always flown.
We never drove there.
We've never driven there.
Right.
So we don't know what to expect at the border. We don't know what to expect when we get down to dealing with the tip.
Right.
We haven't driven. We've walked the streets of Mexico, but we have not driven.
We never drove the streets of Mexico.
So
yeah.
we're going to take you guys along on that whole trip of, starting in McAllen. And I'll lay the trip out for you right now. We're going to go from McAllen to Monterrey. It's about a 3.5 hour drive, I think, somewhere right around in there. Day 2, we're going to go from Monterrey to Aguascalientes, which is going to take us about 7 hours.
We hope.
We hope. And then the last day, we will be going from Aguascalientes to Querétaro to check into our Airbnb. And we're going to take you along and show you all of that. We are planning on doing this through the lovely auto motels, which
That'll be fun.
stay tuned for that. It's something different that we really don't see here in the States.
I'm taking my black light with me.
So, and then once we get into Querétaro, we have about 28 to 30 different cities that we plan on hitting in the 4 years.
And
some of them will be for a month, some of them will be for 3 months.
Yeah.
And what the plan is going to be is that what you can count on getting from us is that we're going to do at least one episode on the Airbnb.
The actual Airbnb, yes.
To give you, a view of what it is, how much it costs, view from the inside, view from the outside, and all of that. Then we'll do one around the neighborhood that we're in to give you an idea as to what to expect
In
from
fact,
that.
if we've got the time, we'll probably do multiple neighborhoods.
But
depending on how
depends
long
upon
we're
what
there.
is it a 2 month stay, 1 month stay,
Right.
3 month stay. That's
Right.
that's gonna. But you can count on at least one of the Airbnb, one
Of the neighborhood
of the
we're
neighborhood we're in, one of the attractions,
in. Highlights, food,
highlights, foods,
cultural,
this, that.
the typical thing you would see.
Correct. And then at the end, we will do a wrap up of our stay.
Yes.
And you will get
With our expenses.
Yes, you will get a financial breakdown.
Yes.
That's going to give you exactly what it cost us to spend whatever period of time
Right.
in that particular locale.
if we used laundry services, that's included.
Yes.
If we went to Mercado, if we went to a regular store, if we went out for dinner, if we went to a food cart, if we had to pay for internet, electricity in addition to the Airbnb, every expense we ran into.
Water service.
Service,
things like
gas
those.
service,
Correct.
Uber rides, bus rides, all of that will be in a monthly breakdown of what it costs us to stay there.
And then what we are going to do is we are actually going to break it down because we are going to be in some for 1 month, some for 2, and some for 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into a daily total.
Really?
Yes, because
Okay.
because if we break it down into a daily total, then you have an idea, and it's going to be an easy way to compare Querétaro to San Miguel de Allende to Guanajuato to Merida, and you'll be able to just put daily numbers.
True, but will say this. Since we are utilizing Airbnb, daily total may not be really realistic because a lot of Airbnbs will give you a discount on a monthly rental rate.
No, and she's 100% accurate on that. We're giving you what our daily total average is going to be. If you're going for a week, you will get a little bit of a discount on an Airbnb, maybe, and so your average daily expenditures are going to be a little bit higher than if you do go for an entire month. But this is a way for all of us to compare the price, the daily price of all 29, 30, whatever
Places.
numbers that there are.
Yeah.
We're going to be able, when the 4 years are up, we can sit down and we can do a recap and go, okay, from the cheapest to
Right.
the most expensive, here they are based on what we spent. Now, with inflation, we don't know exactly what that's going to be because some things are probably going to be a little bit put out of whack because of that.
Right.
Nothing we can really do about that. All we can do is give
But-
you the actual numbers.
This is a good idea to bring this up, that it has been suggested, and I don't think it's a bad idea, especially since we are not really 100% relying on the spreadsheet anymore, that we pretty much lost. The template for that spreadsheet, I had uploaded it to Google, so anybody who wanted that template could get it. And there's a video up there which contains the links for it. I also put the link below. But the suggestion was that each place we visit, let's complete that spreadsheet for the place we visited.
We can do that.
And that's not a bad idea, and we can leave that out there for you.
And
Yeah.
you know what? Let's do this. We've got 4 weeks. So if there are things that you want us to consider adding to the spreadsheet, please put it down in the comments below if it's something that makes sense to add for everybody. Then we'll go ahead and add that into the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Okay, so at the end of our stay, the idea is to do this summary episode. So we would do that, and we would break everything down. And I think that would also be where we give our overall impression on how we feel about the location and if it was a place we would want to actually live in long term. I think we can be honest about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what it is for us is not what it would be for you.
No.
And we never want to steer people away. We're not going to give, every place is not going to be so negative. We're just going to say whether it fits us or not. That's all.
That's all we can do.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to find a place that will fit us. And we certainly don't want to just land in one place and stay there because, as Mark has frequently said, how do we know the next place won't be even better?
We may find paradise in the first 5 visits, but we don't know if 6 is better than 5 and 7 is better than 6 and 8 is better than 7.
Right.
So the only way that we can do this is to start from the beginning of our planned trip and see it all the way through to the end. Besides that, we got too many people that want to do meet and greets.
Oh, man.
All over the country of Mexico.
Let me tell you, folks, I love mezcal. If you know a place that's got good mezcal, because I've only ever had one type of mezcal, and it was good. So if you know places with good mezcal and you want to introduce me to all the different types of mezcal.
Oh, Lordy B.
And the chapulines.
Oh, Lordy B.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun.
Anyway, yeah, but that's the plan. And in the cities that we are going to be in for 2 or 3 months, you're probably going to be able to get some day trips.
Yep.
And do some of the other attractions that are in the area. And we're going to be able to show you a little bit more of the culture and of that particular city, and maybe even a few more of the neighborhoods and things like that. That's the game plan going forward. So just wanted to let you guys know what's coming down the pike after we are leaving the country.
And I think that we want to kind of keep everything a little clandestine. So the intention is to kind of make a game of it. So we're going to kind of do that. Can you guess where we're going to next?
What are we doing? Where's Waldo?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
Where's the Gringos?
Cancun. There's a boatload of them in Cancun.
Us.
Okay.
These Gringos.
Where are these Gringos?
Where are these Gringos? Yeah.
We'll
try to do a little bit of that. I just think it's kind of fun to guess where people are going to.
And the best part about this is you guys are going to be able to see footage of things other than the 2 talking heads that we've been doing for the last 7 months.
It amazes me that anybody sits and watches us because we just sit here in front of the furniture and just talk.
And so it's gonna be a lot of fun to change up the locales and the scenery and share the beauty of Mexico with all of you, and not sit here going, "Hi, I'm Mark. This is Gina."
Right. And thank you again so much for your support and just helping us grow. And honestly, if you're watching for the first time, if you like what you're seeing, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, because the best way that you can support our growth is by subscribing and sharing with your friends and your family. We appreciate that so much.
Yep, give us the thumbs up and make sure to ring that bell so you're notified of all new downloads that we drop just about every week.
Yep. And please give us all the comments.
Oh, absolutely. You guys have been last week it was, I was starting to get carpal tunnel as answers.
I make him do that part.
I felt like Gina doing her IT work. She's always in there going.
See, because that's just it. So there's the relationship. If you guys have been wondering, we'll just confirm that now. I take care of usually the Instagram and the Facebook because he does not have an account and he really wants nothing to do with social media. He never has.
Nope.
So I will do mostly Instagram and Facebook. Now, I also do the video editing.
Yep.
So, and that takes a lot of time. It
Yep.
takes days. And picking the right graphics and the right music and just making it look good. It's important to me that what we put out there looks good, looks like it's of quality, and some work has been put into it.
And it's only going to get harder.
And it is going to get more,
Because
yeah.
there's going to be a lot
yeah.
more of cutting this
I
in
mean,
and
like,
adding
if
that.
it takes me a day or two just to get something like this done,
of the two.
of the two talking heads, when I start cutting in different video, B-roll, doing drone shots and scenery and whatever that, it does take days. It'll take 3-4 days easily to pull that together without me working full time. So where does Mark come in? Mark's my research man, and Mark is my YouTube comment person.
Well,
Yeah.
and Mark is also the Airbnb finder.
Yes, he is. So we each play a role in this,
Yes.
and they're both very important roles. And so a lot of times the comments and the responses that you're getting from are coming from this guy right here. Sometimes I'll jump in there, but most of it's him.
Well, most of the time when she jumps in
Yeah.
is to correct something that...
Yeah, or to just add a little extra info. It doesn't happen that often, though. He's been so good at this. And this is a guy who doesn't like doing social media.
What is social media?
But he's done so well. And he's really been a big help in doing that. Because we know it's going to come a time. There's going to come a time where we cannot physically.
Well, you really hope there comes a time when we can't physically. But
it gets hard to answer everyone. And we never want to let anybody feel left out.
No.
You know.
No. You guys take the time to talk to us. It's only fair that we take the time to talk back at you. So.
Yep. And that's it. That's our wrap up. We just want to say thank you so much for your support up until now. Thank you so much for caring so much about
Yes.
our progress and our journey and us getting it finally. That was just...
What she was alluding to earlier, that for those of you who stuck around to the very end, you're going to get the scoop now.
Here's the scoop.
We are hooking up with Sir Dragon X in McAllen, Texas.
Yep.
And he's going to help us get through the border, and we are going to be caravanning on our way to Monterrey.
Yep.
So
We're real excited about
he
that.
graciously did that, and so we will be hopefully getting to McAllen, and all of this works out with if all the moving pieces fall into place the right way. We're going to be able to actually do a sit-down interview with the three of us right there, all together, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Finally, it's like full circle, and it'll be like our first real collaboration.
And then we'll do it again come spring when we're
in San Miguel,
SMA, and we can fire some steaks up, get a little mezcal going, and we'll do the filming part early. I promise you. Yeah, that we'll do early. So, but you look forward to it coming up in about 4 to 5 weeks. You'll have a sit down with Sir Dragon X and Gringos R Us. Something to stay tuned for.
Woo! And that's it for this week, folks. Thank you again. We are Gringos R Us.
Expats with a plan.
We are doing it.
You can too.
Hasta la próxima vez.
Adios. Till next week. Don't hit me this time.
Okay.